Before we jump into the solution, we've got to ask the big question, right? What's really holding back made in India products on the global stage? Turns out our exporters are up against some pretty serious obstacles.
Yeah, for Indian businesses trying to sell stuff abroad, it's a tough game. I mean, think about it. You're dealing with logistical nightmares, shipping chaos like we've seen in the Red Sea, and then you've got this mountain of complex paperwork. And on top of all that, you're facing fierce competition, especially from places like China. And now you've got these rising trade tariffs from other countries. It's a really challenging environment, to put it mildly.
Okay, so to tackle these exact challenges head-on, the government is rolling out this brand new mission. It's designed to be a strategic, all-in-one answer to the problems we just laid out. So let's get into the nitty-gritty.
So what is this Export Promotion Mission, or EPM anyway? Well, at its core, it's a totally modern, unified strategy. The big idea here is to build one single framework that does it all. It's comprehensive, it's flexible enough to change with the markets, and it's powered by digital tools. This is a huge shift, you guys, away from all the old scattered schemes toward one powerful coordinated push.
And listen to this. The government is putting some serious money where its mouth is. We're talking over 25,000 crore rupees. This is not just some policy paper collecting dust on a shelf. It is a heavily funded national priority. That number alone tells you this is a massive investment in the future of Indian trade.
And this whole thing? It's not a quick fix. Not at all. It's a 6-year plan kicking off in the next financial year and running all the way to 2031. They've even built in a midpoint review, which is smart. It shows they're committed to long-term, strategic growth and, are ready to make adjustments along the way if needed.
All right, so how does this massive mission actually going to work on the ground? Well, it's built on this really clever two-part strategy that hits both the financial and the non-financial needs of our exporters.
So the mission has two main arms working together, Niryat Protsahan and Niryat Disha. The best way to think about it is like you're training a world-class athlete. Protsahan is the financial backing. That's the money for the best equipment, the travel, all of it. It provides affordable finance to help businesses break into new markets. Then you have Disha. That's the expert coaching. This part is all about the non-financial support, improving product quality, building brands that people recognize internationally, and sorting out all the logistics. See? You absolutely need both to win.
Okay, so we have this huge investment, this detailed two-part strategy, but what's the actual end goal here? I mean, how will we know if any of this is actually successful? Let's take a look at the key objectives.
First things first, making Indian exporters more competitive. What does that really mean? It means going after the root problems that make our goods more expensive, like high credit costs and ridiculously complex regulations. The whole point is to level the playing field so our businesses can compete fairly out there. Next up, access to finance. This one is absolutely crucial, especially for the little guys, the micro, small, and medium enterprises, or MSMEs. The mission is to make affordable loans and credit way more available, so even smaller businesses have the cash they need to go global.
And the third major goal is all about diversification. The plan is to actively help Indian companies expand into new countries and start selling new kinds of products. Why? Because it reduces the massive risk of being too dependent on just a few big markets or a handful of products.
And the mission isn't just throwing money everywhere. It's going to focus its support on key sectors that are really labor-intensive. So by boosting industries like textiles, leather, gems, and jewelry, and engineering goods, the goal is actually twofold. Yeah, increase exports, but also, and this is critical, create a ton more jobs right here at home. And if you're wondering why that diversification thing is so important right now, well, this is a perfect real-world example. The US is India's biggest export market, right? But recently, they slapped a huge 50% tariff on certain Indian goods. A sudden move like that can absolutely wreck businesses that rely on that one market. This is exactly the kind of economic shock the mission wants to shield our exporters from.
Look, this export promotion mission is a huge step forward. There's no doubt about it. But experts agree that to truly unlock India's full export potential, we should